It was past midnight, the railway station empty except for the distant echo of footsteps. I saw a man waiting on the platform, staring at nothing. Then in a blink, he vanished into thin air, and I was the only one who witnessed it. I had arrived at the station just after 11:45 p.m. The night was unusually quiet. Not a soul in sight. Only the faint hum of the overhead lights flickering occasionally. The platform stretched endlessly ahead, bathed in a pale yellow glow. The air was cold, sharp, and smelled faintly of old wood and rust. Somewhere in the distance, a train horn echoed, but no train was coming. As I walked, my footsteps sounded louder than they should. Each step seemed to echo off the walls, bouncing back at me in an eerie rhythm. I paused. Nothing. Only silence. Then I saw him. A man, standing perfectly still on the far end of the platform. He wasn't moving. Didn't seem to notice me. His face was shadowed, hidden beneath the dim light. His posture was odd, unnaturally straight. And yet, something about him made my heart beat faster. I wanted to call out, "Hello?" But my voice caught in my throat. The station felt wrong. The lights flickered again, and for a split second, I thought he moved. But when my eyes readjusted, he was still there, waiting silently. I tried to shake off the feeling, telling myself it was just a trick of the night. Empty stations play games with your mind. But then, something made me stop in my tracks. His head turned slowly toward me, not fully, just enough. And his eyes, they seemed empty, completely hollow. A shiver ran down my spine. I had never seen eyes like that in real life. And in that instant, I realized I was the only one there, absolutely alone. Then he blinked and disappeared, gone. Just like that. No sound, no trace, nothing. I stared at the empty platform, my heart hammering in my chest. Had I imagined it? Or had someone, or something, really been there? I had to know. I had to get closer. I took a hesitant step forward, my shoes clicking loudly on the empty platform. The silence was suffocating, broken only by the faint hum of the flickering lights. I scanned the area where he had been standing. Nothing. Just the cold, empty platform stretching ahead. My mind raced. Had I really seen him? Or was my imagination playing tricks in the darkness? Then I noticed something strange. The benches along the platform seemed off. Shadows clung to them unnaturally, stretching longer than they should. The wind whispered softly, almost like someone was breathing just behind me. But every time I turned, there was no one. I walked closer to where he had vanished, trying to shake off the creeping fear. My hand brushed against the cold metal railing. A shiver ran down my spine. Something wasn't right. The air itself felt heavier, thicker, as if the station were holding its breath. And then I saw it. A faint movement at the far end of the platform. The man, or something that looked exactly like him, stood there again, motionless, staring into the darkness. I froze. My voice caught in my throat. I whispered, "Are you okay?" No response. I stepped closer. Each movement made the hairs on my arms stand on end. The air grew colder, and a low, distant hum began, like the sound of a train approaching. But nothing was moving. He tilted his head slowly, almost deliberately, and for a moment, I swore I saw a faint smile. Then the lights flickered violently, plunging the platform into near darkness for a heartbeat. And when they came back, he was gone. Completely gone. Panic surged through me. My mind screamed that I should leave, run as far from this cursed platform as possible. But something, I don't know what, kept me rooted. I had to know. I had to see. Footsteps echoed behind me, not my own. Heavy, deliberate. I spun around. Empty platform, nothing. Every instinct screamed at me to run, yet I couldn't move. It felt like the station itself was holding me in place. And then I heard it. A faint whisper, carried on the wind, just behind me. My name. I swallowed hard. No one should be here. No one was here. I took a deep breath, trying to calm my racing heart. My eyes darted everywhere, searching for the impossible. But the platform remained empty, the shadows stretching like dark fingers along the walls. Something wasn't just strange. It was unnatural. And I was standing right in the middle of it. Forced myself to take another step forward, my legs trembling. The platform stretched endlessly ahead, each shadow seeming to twist and shift in ways that made no sense. The hum of the station grew louder, almost like a low, distorted whisper. Then I heard it. Footsteps. Slow. Deliberate. Coming closer, though I could see no one. I spun around, empty. The platform was still. My heart pounded in my chest, every beat echoing in the silent station. I tried to calm myself. It's just my mind. Just the wind, I whispered. But deep down, I knew it wasn't. I started walking cautiously toward the other end of the platform, trying to stay calm, trying to rationalize what was happening. That's when I saw the shadow. A dark figure, standing just beyond the tracks. Not moving, not blinking, just watching. My skin crawled. I wanted to run, but my feet felt rooted to the cold concrete. The shadow seemed to stretch and bend unnaturally. A chill ran down my spine. My breath came in shallow gasps. Suddenly, the distant train horn blared. But there was no train. My ears rang. The lights flickered again, throwing the station into darkness for a heartbeat. And when the lights returned, the figure had moved closer. Or maybe I had. I couldn't tell. Then it happened. A cold wind swept across the platform, rattling the benches and overhead lights. The shadows seemed to reach out for me. I tried to scream, but no sound came out. I ran a few steps, tripping over the metal railing. When I looked up, the platform was empty again, completely. The shadow, gone. But I knew it wasn't over. The distant hum returned, louder this time, vibrating through my chest. I looked around frantically, searching for any sign of the passenger. Then I saw him, standing at the far end of the platform, just like before. Motionless, watching, waiting. I stepped closer, calling out, "Hey, are you?" Nothing. No response. His figure was perfect, but wrong. There was something unnatural about the way he stood, as if he was not bound by the normal rules of this world. I took another step, and my foot struck something cold on the ground. I glanced down. Nothing. Empty. My heart hammered in my chest. The lights flickered violently again, and then he blinked. Not slowly, not naturally. A single sharp blink, and in that instant, he vanished. Gone. Just like that. No sound, no movement, no trace. The empty platform stretched ahead of me, silent and still. My mind screamed. Had I really seen it? Or had my exhaustion and fear finally broken me? I took a step forward, unsure if I should run or investigate. The hairs on my arms stood on end. Then I noticed something even stranger. The platform seemed wrong. My footsteps no longer echoed normally. Each step sounded distorted, stretched, like the station itself was bending around me. A cold dread settled in my stomach. Whatever I had seen, whatever had vanished, it wasn't gone. Not completely. My legs shook as I forced myself to move further along the platform. Every shadow seemed alive, stretching toward me like dark fingers. The air was colder now, biting at my skin. I ran my hands along the metal railing, hoping for some solid ground, some reassurance that this was real and not a nightmare. But the station felt wrong. The lights flickered, the distant hum grew louder, and somewhere, far off, a faint whisper called my name. I spun around, empty, not a soul in sight. I tried to find some evidence, a CCTV camera, anything. But every screen was dead, every monitor black. The station's electronics seemed to have been swallowed by the darkness. And then I saw them. Shadows moving along the walls. Quick, fleeting shapes darting out of the corner of my eye. I blinked, and they were gone. My chest tightened. Every instinct screamed at me to leave, to run, to escape. But curiosity and fear held me in place. A distant train horn sounded, but when I looked down the tracks, nothing came. No train, just the endless empty rails disappearing into the darkness. Then came the whisper again, closer this time, my name, clear, deliberate, terrifyingly human. I froze, my skin prickled, my mind raced. I knew then, whatever was here, it knew me. I had to move forward. I had to face it. I followed the whisper to the far end of the platform. The cold pressed against my face, and my breath came out in shaky clouds. But the platform was empty. Then I saw it. The station clock stopped, exactly at midnight, frozen in time. The lights flickered above it, weak and dim. And there, faintly, I saw the outline of the man, just beyond the tracks, watching, waiting. I blinked, and he was gone. I called out again. My voice echoed unnaturally, bouncing back at me from walls that seemed farther than they should be. I didn't wait to see more. I ran, out of the station, into the cold night, my heart pounding so hard it felt like it might burst. But even as I left, I couldn't shake the feeling that I was being watched, that the vanishing passenger wasn't done with me. Some say if you visit the station at midnight, you might still see him, waiting on the platform, silent, hollow-eyed, and in a blink, gone. I haven't returned since, and I never will, because some things aren't meant to be seen, and some disappearances aren't meant to be explained.